Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. There are a few topics I want to discuss in this latest Moon Lambo hot jam, including recent comments from Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, claiming that XRP is one of the winners, and that's very obvious at this point. XRP has been around for over a decade, and I always appreciate the conversation around why XRP is where it is. I appreciate when people are in good faith critiquing any part of the XRP ecosystem. But I want to talk about that a bit because there are certain things that some people have been critiquing XRP for, and it's not that they're even stating something that's factually incorrect. It's more about the degree to which it functionally matters when you have XRP that's clearly built out a very specific niche, such is the case that as a result of this, there are speculators the world over that have kept XRP in the top 10 coins by market cap, because there are certain things that have led to that being the case, which is incredibly impressive. So if we're lacking other things, yet XRP is still here, doesn't that tell you something? And I insist that the answer is yes. That's the only way that logic follows in my mind. There's also this headline: Pundit says XRP may never be this low ever again. Okay, so I will admit that since I've been here for 7 years almost. Next month for me will be 7 freaking years I've been here. Every day more fun than the last. But most of the times when I see stuff like this, I roll my eyes, and I am not here. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Now, first, I do want to quickly mention this. Here's a headline from the Crypto Basic, and I'm sure that everybody pretty well, just about anyway, has heard by now. The SEC has officially appealed, filed the paperwork necessary to appeal Judge Torres' decision in the SEC v. Ripple case. And so check this out. This is a headline from today. XRP status as non-security confirmed as SEC provides new details about its appeal against Ripple. Okay, so that's a key takeaway. I want to reiterate this, but I'm also reiterating this so that I can highlight just how disgusting the SEC is. So it's true. If you look at the filing, as expected, there is literally nothing to worry about. The SEC is not arguing that XRP itself is a security in this particular appeal. Now, of course, they literally can't, so it's not a surprise, because it's not something that, although Judge Torres she decreed it so in dicta, it's not something that that she was technically ruling on. So if it's not something she's technically ruling on for the case, then you can't appeal that anyway. So we knew that was impossible. But still, there are people that were concerned. Again, there's nothing to worry about now. But that being said, do you remember just a few days ago, the SEC argued that XRP is a security? Like, here's a headline from literally 1 week ago. SEC makes U-turn, says XRP is a security. So look, again, in what matters for us from a legal perspective, the SEC is not disputing whether or not XRP itself is a security. But a week ago, they argued we found out due to a separate case that they are saying XRP is a security. Talk about just speaking out of both sides of your mouth. This is completely ridiculous. Do you remember this? Check it out. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission still considers XRP a security despite a New York district court declaring the token a non-security last year. Leading crypto derivatives exchange Bitnomial revealed this development yesterday in a lawsuit against the SEC. The lawsuit, filed in an Illinois district court yesterday, challenges the SEC's claim that it has regulatory authority over its planned XRP futures contract. For context, in August, Bitnomial applied for the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission to launch a futures contract for XRP. The filing comes shortly after U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres issued the final judgment in the SEC v. Ripple case. It should be recalled that Judge Torres rejected the SEC's claim that XRP is a security. However, with Bitnomial seeking to launch an XRP futures contract, the Wall Street top cop contacted the exchange, claiming that the product falls under its regulatory purview. According to Bitnomial, the SEC classified XRP futures contract as a security futures. This is insane, folks. So again, the good news is they know that they're wrong. They know they can't do this, but they made a separate claim to Bitnomial, and they ended up getting sued as a result of that. Complete insanity, right? But I would be remiss if I didn't mention this and highlight, like, this is a freaking week ago. This is 1 week ago. How is this real life? This is just the most disgusting rogue agency there's ever been in this country. And they even over a year ago, as I've mentioned many times, acknowledged that they can't. Like, they can't. I mean, here's a headline from Daily Coin from, when was this? September of last year. XRP's value reduced to, quote, nothing but computer code, end quote, in SEC case. Yeah, exactly. Do you remember this here? This is the part where the SEC is admitting that they can't. They literally, and they're not going to. They can't appeal, and they won't appeal Judge Torres' decision on this matter. They wrote, and this is on your screen, and the SEC does not seek appellate review of any holding relating to the fact that the underlying assets here are nothing but computer code with no inherent value. See, that's it. No appellate review. That means not seeking appeal on this issue. So we already knew that, and people shouldn't be surprised, but it's just ridiculous that they still argued out of the other side of their mouth, well, yeah, but it is a security, because they're using that as an intimidation tactic and to harm the XRP ecosystem because they have tremendous spite. Ripple CEO says XRP will be one of crypto winners. Yes, this is absolutely correct. And as I've said many times, because it just makes all the sense in the world to me, like, it's the wisdom of the market that has determined that XRP deserves to be where it is. And this is why, if you're trying to beat the even just the S&P 500 on some consistent base, maybe you could, like, 1 year, 2 years, maybe get lucky, it's a few years in a row. You're not going to be able to like consistently beat the sum wisdom of all humans that invest in the market. Like broadly speaking, the sum wisdom of all humans that invest in the market, it's going to be more than what you as an individual can figure out on your own. That's just how this works. So that's why it just makes sense for the typical investor, if you're just thinking long term, to invest in the S&P 500, some ETFs that track the S&P 500, do that for a span of decades, and then you're going to make a fortune if you just responsibly invest. Now, obviously, crypto is more exciting, but the reason that I'm sharing this is just make clear the point that as it pertains to XRP specifically, that's the sum wisdom of all humans that are investing in the crypto market saying XRP makes sense. So if you're going to point out negatives about XRP, fine, I actually do encourage that. We should always be thinking about this consistently. We should be vigilant, totally cool with that. But if you're thinking that there's something about the current state of XRP that's going to result in it ceasing to be a driving force in the world of crypto in the decades to come, there's no evidence of that. And so, like, people will point out, hey, there's not sufficient developer activity, this and that. And I sit there thinking, why would you expect there to be like developer activity rivaling Ethereum when there is no smart contract platform on layer 1 of this technology? Why would you even expect that? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't compute. And that's not why people buy XRP, yet there's a place for it. And yes, and even despite that, there still are developers building for XRP. Let's not act like there aren't any. And furthermore, it's not just about quantity of stuff being developed. Out of the thousands of developers building on Ethereum, do you think that most of those projects are going to be around a decade from now? I bet that almost all of them cease to exist. You just need a few gems. If you have like a reason that a cryptocurrency is sticking around, like, that's enough for long-term viability. If you have a good reason, that's hard to supplant. Yeah. And so XRP, broadly speaking, is fantastic for payment. So to think that it's just going to go away, that doesn't compute. So it's okay to critique, but it's the sum wisdom of all market speculators stating XRP does make sense. And Brad Garlinghouse gets this, and that's why he said what he said. So check this out. This piece reads as follows. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, expresses confidence that XRP will be one of the crypto industry's winners thanks to the token's payment utility. The Ripple CEO made the assertion during an interview yesterday on the Thinking Crypto podcast. During the interview, Garlinghouse commented on different topics relating to XRP ETFs, Ripple's upcoming stablecoins, and U.S. crypto regulations. He emphasized that the United States government should not pick winners and losers in the crypto market. Garlinghouse said XRP was the second most valuable asset before the SEC's involvement in crypto regulation. The Ripple CEO suggested that the regulator helped Ethereum overtake XRP as the second biggest cryptocurrency by market cap in 2018 when it weighed in on whether ETH is a security. Recall that William Hinman, the former director of SEC's Corporation Finance, labeled ETH a non-security at the Yahoo Finance Conference in 2018. 2 years later, the regulator sued Ripple for violating federal securities laws via its sales of XRP. And here's a quote from Brad Garlinghouse. The SEC gets involved and puts upward pressure on ETH and downward pressure on XRP. Those things eventually got sorted out over a long arc of time, end quote. Okay, that's another premise that I have been spouting on my own for years. The market will figure this out. Again, the sum wisdom of all global speculators, yes, it's gonna bear out over time. Although if the belief is that it's been completely worked out, though, then I'd say no. The market's still gonna catch up. My personal opinion, XRP is particularly undervalued. It is worth way less than, in terms of market price, than it would be had the SEC not attacked several years ago. But that doesn't mean we can't come out way better for it on the other side. It'll just take some catching up. But I mean, that's a substantial advantage to have that legal clarity. Yeah, that's something that market speculators do care about very clearly. Because when you didn't have it, and in fact you're getting attacked, XRP was suppressed last market cycle. The only top 10 coin, XRP was the only top 10 coin last market cycle to not hit a new all-time high. What? Is it just coincidence? I think not. Anyway, Peace continues. Nonetheless, he indicated that XRP will still emerge as one of the winners of the crypto market. According to him, XRP's regulatory clarity introduced through the Ripple lawsuit will help the token stand independently. Notably, Garlinghouse said the seventh biggest cryptocurrency offers a compelling use case for payments due to its speed, low cost, and scalability. He emphasized that the crypto industry would have multiple winners in the long term, with XRP being one of them. His comment suggests that XRP's utility in payments, alongside its regulatory clarity, will eventually make it one of the crypto market's winners. And here was the quote from Brad Garlinghouse. I think you're going to have a lot of winners in the crypto world, and I think XRP will clearly be one of the winners of the ecosystem, end quote. Yes, exactly. And so when we look at, if you're trying to figure out, okay, why is it the case that the sum wisdom of market speculators on a global scale, why is it that XRP makes sense, deserves to be here, especially if we don't have enough developer activity, right? How could that be? Well, maybe the market's telling you something here. Maybe the market's telling you that XRP, what it's famous for, is its, real-time settlement, effectively 3 to 5 seconds, basically free transactions. So that means XRP is great for payments. Maybe the speculators, their wisdom on a global scale is that we value that. Maybe that's something that actually matters. Novel idea, right? You don't need a coin to be everything to all people all at once, and you're never going to have that. That is not realistic. And maybe XRP will have some level of smart contract functionality, which is fine so long as it doesn't hinder what XRP is good at, which is payments. That's what it's famous for. It's what it's being adopted for. But what I'm saying is, even without that, the market says this makes sense. And XRP being among the first movers here, it is. I mean, it's a standard for something, obviously. Payments, broadly speaking. Good luck supplanting that once the market has decided to this level that, it does make sense. You could make a copy of XRP today. Good luck getting that adopted and replacing XRP with the clone. Or anything that is somewhat comparable in terms of the payments functionality. But XRP already is the standard. Once something's adopted, like, standards matter to people. And you add friction trying to change those things. People don't always like to change things. So the fact that it's been here so long, that actually is a really good thing for it. You'd have to have something that is like 100 times better, not literally necessarily, but have to be way better to have it supplant XRP for that for which it's been adopted, certainly. That's the point. It already is perfect and great for this. For the market says so. And so that's why I always argue, to think that XRP is not going to participate this market cycle if we're going to have a proper alt season, you're bananas. That's insane. It doesn't make sense. And if I'm wrong, fine, I'll eat my words, but I strongly believe what I believe. So yeah, XRP's already been evidenced to be one that's in, and so knowing that, and then I have a belief that it's undervalued. Yeah, when this market goes, it's going to be life-changing for a lot of people. I would certainly believe that. I don't make price predictions, and because I don't know where price is going to go. And fine, I could be wrong, but that's what I believe. And then there's this. Pundit says XRP may never be this low ever again. So I don't have a ton to say about this, and I'm not going to read the article. I'm just going to show you what they were referencing. It's a post from XRP community member CryptoTank. And although this type of sentiment I don't always agree with, this is an instance where I do. But here's what he wrote. From CryptoTank, Brad and Chris speaking at the Federal Reserve meeting October 22nd. FedNow will be using XRP for settlement. Big things coming very soon. Keep buying XRP while it's sub $1. Might not see it this low ever again very soon. Now, to be clear, when I said I agree, I'm only talking about one part of what he stated there. XRP may never be sub $1 again. The rest of it I disagree with, or I think doesn't matter. So on the Brad and Chris part, let's just knock that out first. Federal Reserve, big nothing. Market doesn't care what Ripple does. That's very obvious. FedNow will be using XRP for settlement. That's blatantly false. I've covered that so many times in videos. So if he mistakenly believes that, that's fine. That's certainly not true. FedNow, in fact, is a domestic payment system, and so you don't need to use XRP to convert the United States dollar to the United States dollar. Like you don't convert anything. It just is the United States dollar. If you add XRP in there, you're actually adding friction that doesn't make sense. Ripple's positioning XRP as a bridge currency to convert from one fiat currency to another, so it makes no sense in a domestic payment system to plug XRP in there for no reason. So that's, of course, never going to happen. That's never made sense. But the last part, the sub $1 thing, that could be true. So having been here almost 7 years, on any given day, you could find somebody from the community posting, XRP, it's never going to be this low again. And of course, those posts are wrong almost 100% of the time. Of course. Because you got a lot of sideways and downward price action over the years. But we are at a moment where we're in a bull market. So if we're going to see a proper alt season here, then yeah, I could buy that this is a moment in time where, once this thing goes above $1, it's possible if we're going to have a proper alt season, we really might never see it below $1 again. Just like last market cycle, got down to 10 cents. Unless XRP ever actually fails, we're never going to see that again, right? 10 cents? And then the cycle before that, it was, sub half a penny. Well, we're never going to see that again, of course, unless XRP actually fails. So if XRP is not going to fail, the sub half a penny price is gone. The sub 10 cents price from last market cycle is gone. And some price point from this cycle is going to be gone. And if XRP actually does go to $10, I will not be surprised if XRP never goes below $1 again. And I don't know how high it's going to go. I don't know if XRP is going to go that high. I don't, we'll see if there is a proper alt season. I'm anticipating the answer is yes. But this is a moment in time where I would at least agree on that. So I disagree with him on the importance of Brad and Chris speaking at the federal. I don't care. It doesn't matter. FedNow, absolutely not. That's just false information. So I do want to correct that. But the sub $1 thing, sure. But there are other reasons for that. What are the reasons for that? It's the sum of wisdom from speculators on a global scale. So what has XRP been doing that would cause speculators to believe that consistently for over a decade despite an SEC attack? It's that it works for payments, broadly speaking. It is good. It can do what Bitcoin can't on layer 1. That actually matters. And it is among the first movers in terms of cryptocurrencies existing. So yeah, it's not that surprising in the end. There are so many reasons that I have genuine confidence about XRP for the long term. And I really do. So we'll see what happens here, but I just wanted to share some thoughts, because this is more thoughts on why I've never been this optimistic as an XRP holder. I really haven't. I have way more confidence than I did when I jumped in close to 7 years ago. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Lambo.